Morning, friends. Just read a recent poll that came out where they asked people if they believed in God. If God existed, if a God existed, which terrible question there, obviously. But bottom line is 20% of the people said, no, there is no God. And I think that number may even be higher than that. Is that not crazy? 20% of the population of the United States doesn't think there's a God at all. Completely nuts. You know the reasons they gave as to why? Well, number one, you were weak if you had to believe in something that was there, that was taking care of you or watch over you. That was weakness. I think it's actually the opposite. It's strength to know and believe in something that you can't fully understand or explain, but you know exists. That takes strength. And if you catch grief for it, it for darn sure takes strength. Second reason, the hypocrisy of believers, that we all too often don't live the life or do the things that we should be doing. We don't treat others the way we should. And those things all lead people to say, hey, there can't be any God. Look at how these people act. Third thing, they don't want to believe in something unseen. In other words, it can't exist if I can't see it and understand it. So I can't understand how we landed on the moon, but I'm pretty sure we did. And so does that mean we couldn't have because I can't understand how to do it? There's people that do, however, understand. And so that argument goes out the window pretty fast for me. The fourth thing, why would there be a creator that would allow so much misery? That just doesn't make any sense. If there was a God, if he existed, why would he allow us to hurt, suffer, die of cancer, have deranged people shoot up schools? That doesn't make any sense. If you think about what the Bible tells us, Paul had a little message for the church in Corinth. In chapter 1 of 1 Corinthians, verses 18 through 20, he says, "For the message of the cross is foolishness to those who are perishing, but to us who are being saved, it's the power of God. For it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise, the intelligence of the intelligent I will frustrate." Where is the wise person? Where is the teacher of the law? Where is the philosopher of this age? Has not God made foolish the wisdom of the world? And we like to think we're really smart. And then we watch what goes on, and no, we're not. Mankind, we do a lot of great things. We're also pretty dang stupid. What would happen if we as Christians lived a life that glorified God and reflected his true nature so that we couldn't be called weak and hypocrites? And what if we armed ourselves with the knowledge of Scripture and the likeness of Christ from within, filling ourselves with the true fruit of the Spirit that would be revealed and accepted by some of our harshest critics? What would happen if we pointed out to non-believers that just because they don't understand something doesn't mean it cannot exist? And finally, what would happen if we told them to take a look at the skin on their arm? What? Yeah, take a look at the skin on your arm. Look here, right? You can see the skin on my arm. Look at your own arm. I want you to think about it. What all does that skin do, right? It can change color, right? We tan. Some of us are lighter, darker. It comes in different colors, obviously. We have so many different races and colors and backgrounds. Doesn't make any difference. It still functions, still does the same thing. It replaces itself. Every 7 years, your skin will completely replace itself. It's doing it periodically. It's doing it continually, but it's replacing itself. You don't have to do anything but nourish yourself, and it will take care of itself. It heals itself. I got a ding on my arm right there. That was a lot bigger. It's getting better as it goes. It stretches. Think of pregnant moms and how their bodies stretch, and how as we lift weights and we grow and we get bigger, our skin stretches. It grows hair, right? It keeps moisture in, blood and so forth that are in our veins and arteries and capillaries. It also allows moisture to escape. Sweat. When you exercise, when you compete, when you do athletics. And it can be transplanted We can move skin from one person to another, or from ourselves to another area in our body. It can be toughened up. Think of your feet in the summer when you were barefoot as a little kid, and it can be softened up by putting lotion on it. And I think of baby skin or my wife's tender face. All those are magical things that show intelligent design. There's no way we can look at our skin and say, there's no God. That just happened. No. It was created. And for those who think it just happened, let me give you a little challenge. I think the world was created by an all-knowing, omnipotent God, just like my skin was. He had a plan. He knew what he was doing. If you don't believe that, if it was created by the Big Bang Theory, here's my challenge, and you probably know where I'm going. You take any rocks, you take any dynamite, any explosives, you take anything you want and blow it up. Have it crash together. Have it do anything you want. And have it make some skin. Have it create some skin for me. Something that we can do the same things that's on your body right now. I had lunch with an atheist one time, and he said, Flickinger, and he is a good friend of mine. He and I have been buddies since 5th grade. He read my book. He said, I hated your book because it makes a lot of good points. But he said, I still don't believe. And I said, fine, if you don't like my theory of how we were created or what the Bible tells us, what's your theory? Where did we come from? You know what he told me? It doesn't matter. He said, we're here. It doesn't matter where we came from. I told him, well, that's kind of a cop-out. You do realize that. You're taking shots at how I think we got here by telling me that it doesn't matter. My challenge to him was the same. You make me some skin. Show me how your theory could create that. Because we all know the truth. We're not going to blow up anything and make skin. We can destroy skin, but we aren't going to make it. So, it's no skin off my back. You get my drift. Next time you're struggling, next time you're wondering, God, what are you doing? What's going on? I don't understand this. I don't like this. I'm questioning what you're doing. I want you to stop, and I want you to look at the skin on your arm, on your body, and realize it's tremendously made. There is incredible wisdom and intelligence and design that was put into you and I. He's there. He's in control, whether we see it, whether we like it, whether we understand it or not. He's there. Just look at your skin.